Alright, look at the Mercedes, chilling. Oil leaks are all fixed, still got to do the mounts and bushings eventually. Just haven't wanted to roll around on the ground underneath it. But got all the parts, we'll get that done soon. But glad to have the oil leaks fixed. Today, we're back to this thing. To try and get this engine out. I think all I've got, exhaust, drive shaft, and a couple lines here. Couple of wires. I'm just trying to clear off the transmission just so I can see what I'm doing. Shift linkages and the slave cylinder. So we'll get going on that. Smart to put gloves on before you start. I always forget that. Nice PB blaster on my glasses. I'm sure that's good for him. So, we got slave cylinder, wire harness, shifter cables. Try to get that heat shield off so I can get the exhaust off the turbo. But I'm guessing from the rack, I don't know if you all can see that, from the rack everything's pushed over, so there's a line that's keeping that from coming out that's attached to this fender, one of these AC lines. So I think the solution is going to be to cut the exhaust. I think that's really the only option, is I'll just go under there and I'll chop it off. And we'll bring the downpipe out separate from the catback. Don't need any of that. We're going to have to get custom downpipe and everything anyways. The other thing is the drive shaft. The guibo or knuckle bolting flange for the drive shaft is way up inside there. So I think that's just going to be a job for the right combination of extensions. It's the only thing I can think of. We put it up on all 4 jack stands so it's easier to work underneath, so we're not dealing with a taper. Might try to see if we can do the drive shaft from the back, but I don't think that would help because it's a 2-piece drive shaft, if I remember right. But there's no disconnect in the middle. It's one full piece. So, I'm gonna let the PB blaster I put underneath do its job. I'm gonna get some lunch, and we'll come back and see what happens. Alright, got some lunch. Tried to look up the best way to get the drive shaft and the exhaust off in this. However, this doesn't have anything about all-wheel drive or the 2.5 engine in it. It's all 2.4 and front-wheel drive. So, I guess we're just going to wing it. So, got the cells out, going to cut the exhaust off, and then we'll see what interesting combination of extensions we need to get the drive shaft off. We're going to want to cut in front of these hangers. Oh, that is just barely going to... Almost. More exhaust. Now, drive shaft. Take this off. Probably going to try to take the rest of the exhaust off. And then, hopefully, we can get up there. So, hopefully the PB blaster did its job. Oh, wow. Wow. Alrighty then. that sounded good. Oh, okay. That was the center support for the drive shaft. Oh. Well then, that's not going to work very well. There we go. Let's put one of these back. So 2 sensors gotta go. First look at the rear end of this thing, it actually doesn't look too bad. Not totally overly rusty. Actually looks better in the front. A little muddy, but not bad. That is just powder. spinning. Oof. I think that's salvageable. I'll hit that with a wire wheel eventually and repaint it, and I think it'll be alright. So all that should be left is the drive shaft. It's their Allens. Interesting. Gonna hit my head on this eventually. That's gonna hurt. Okay, that's it. We're proof that with the right combination of extensions, you can do anything. How does that come out? Alright. Well, I'm going to assume that a good tug on the motor and that drive shaft's going to pop right out. I didn't see any clips or anything. It was pretty typical bolts and retainers. So these all tie in. So I think at this point it's pretty much ready to come out. That's going to get saved for another day, though, when I can get an extra hand here, get a buddy over to help me out, because I don't think that's something I want to do single-handed. So, we'll continue this another weekend.